Welcome to our deep dive on corporate cards versus personal credit cards for business travel. In this video, we will weigh rewards, risks, taxes, and efficiency, and help you decide which card to use when you're booking flights, hotels, and daily per diem. As we move through each section, we'll use clear frameworks, practical examples, and quick quizzes to lock in your understanding. Here is our agenda. First, why this choice matters. Next, we'll explore the allure of personal card rewards. Then, we will analyze the critical risk calculation. After that, we will debunk tax myths. Next, we'll cover administrative efficiency. Then, we'll use a decision matrix and a 60-second method to choose confidently. Finally, we'll close with a verdict and key takeaways. This decision matters because your payment method shifts both risk and upside. Using a personal card can generate substantial, tax-free rewards if reimbursements are timely. Conversely, it converts you into a short-term lender to your company. Therefore, understanding your employer's reimbursement process and financial stability is crucial before you swipe. Personal cards can be extremely lucrative for frequent travelers, especially those who easily surpass $100,000 in annual spend. Airline miles, hotel points, cashback, and travel credits are all real benefits. Additionally, stacking category bonuses and transfer partners can multiply value. However, these benefits only make sense if you can manage the cash flow safely and if reimbursements are reliable. Thus, rewards are attractive, but they should not overshadow risk management. The single most important factor is your employer's reimbursement process. First, consider your financial capacity. Can you float several $1,000s for 1 or 2 months without incurring interest? Second, evaluate company stability and payment speed. If the company has a history of slow reimbursements or financial strain, using a personal card exposes you to default risk and potential damage to your credit. If either factor is uncertain, choose the corporate card. It is fundamentally about protecting your personal balance sheet. Quiz time. Which 2 risks must you assess before using a personal card for business travel expenses? Option A, interest rates and annual fees. Option B, financial capacity to float charges and company reimbursement reliability. Option C, credit score and airport lounge access. Option D, foreign transaction fees and airline status. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is financial capacity to float charges and company reimbursement reliability. These directly determine whether using a personal card is prudent. If you lack the capacity to float, or the company pays slowly, the prudent choice is the corporate card. Let's address taxes. In common situations, rewards earned on reimbursed business expenses are generally considered non-taxable. You are not personally deducting those expenses. The company is paying them, so the rewards are treated as a non-taxable perk. Only in highly specific or complex audit scenarios does this become a potential issue. Therefore, you should not let minor tax concerns prevent you from making a rational decision that maximizes benefits, provided your employer's reimbursement is reliable. Second quiz. In most common scenarios, how are rewards from reimbursed business expenses treated for tax purposes? Option A, always taxable income. Option B, non-taxable perks. Option C, taxable unless under $600. Option D, only taxable if used for personal travel. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is non-taxable perks. Since the company pays the bill and you are not claiming the expense on your personal return, the rewards are generally not taxable under common scenarios. Let's compare. With a corporate card, the company holds the float, reducing your personal risk. Corporate cards often integrate with expense systems, making reports easier and faster. However, you capture fewer personal rewards. With a personal card, you hold the float, which increases risk if reimbursements are delayed or the company struggles financially. You must perform more manual tracking and reconcile receipts. The upside is substantial rewards, but this requires strong cash flow and risk discipline. This decision matrix simplifies the choice. If the company is reliable and you can float the charges, a personal card can make sense. If the company is reliable, but you cannot float the charges, use a corporate card. If company reliability is low or uncertain, use a corporate card, regardless of your float capacity. Protecting your credit comes first. Here is a rapid method. First, check your company's reimbursement timeline in policy or directly with finance. Second, review your billing cycle and cash buffer to avoid interest. Third, assess company health indicators such as late payments or budget restrictions. If either float capacity or company stability is uncertain, choose the corporate card. If both are strong, use your personal card and track diligently. Finally, automate reminders and pay-in-full alerts to avoid interest. Corporate cards typically integrate directly with expense software, simplifying reconciliation and approvals. This reduces manual receipt handling and shortens processing times. Personal card use, by contrast, adds manual steps, such as uploading and categorizing receipts and matching transactions. While this is the price of capturing personal rewards, the time cost and error risk should be included in your decision. If you do use a personal card, implement safeguards. Enable automatic payment in full to avoid interest. Maintain a cash buffer sufficient for 1 to 2 statement cycles. Submit expenses within 1 to 2 days after your trip to speed reimbursement. Turn on fraud alerts and category monitoring. Export and reconcile transactions weekly so your records remain audit-ready and accurate. This mind map places travel spend at the center and branches into 5 domains. Payment methods splits into corporate card and personal card. Risks include float capacity, employer stability, and credit impact. Rewards include miles, points, cashbacks, and perks. Operations include expense software integration, receipt capture, and approval workflow. Policies include reimbursement, service level agreements, advance options, and virtual cards. This visual highlights how your card choice interacts with risk, rewards, operational processes, and policy constraints. Here is a quick reference in a concise format. Rule of thumb: if either your cash float or the company's stability is uncertain, use the corporate card. Use a personal card only when reimbursements are reliable, you maintain a strong cash buffer, and you track carefully. Avoid carrying a balance, missing deadlines, or relying on reimbursements to make minimum payments. Finally, align your due dates with payroll cycles and set reminders a week and 2 days before the due date. Disclaimer: this video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute financial, tax, or legal advice. Policies vary by employer, and tax situations differ by jurisdiction. Please consult your company's policy, HR, or finance team, and a qualified advisor to apply these concepts to your specific circumstances. Here is the verdict. If your company reimburses quickly and is financially stable, a personal card can be a powerful and legitimate way to earn rewards. If there is any doubt about payment timelines or stability, the corporate card is the responsible choice. Operational efficiency usually favors corporate cards, whereas upside favors personal cards. Above all, protect your credit. To wrap up, start by assessing your float capacity and employer reliability. Then, use the decision matrix for a quick and consistent choice. If you choose a personal card, implement safeguards and track diligently. If you go with a corporate card, leverage its integrated workflows for speed and simplicity. The right choice depends on risk and process, not just rewards. Thank you for watching. If this helped, please like, share, and subscribe. Tell us in the comments how your company handles reimbursements and whether you use a corporate or personal card, and why.